Okay, so setup was good, just a slight sequencing issue, as we said. You were putting left hand on there, getting a nice kind of straight line there. I like that, okay? But then you were sort of setting your feet, okay, before the hands came on the club, okay? So they came on, and then because of that there now, you can see at address, just a bit too far behind the ball. I mean, you want to be behind the ball, but you had too much of extreme movement, whereas the right hand one now, both hands on it, gripping the club together, you just look a bit more kind of neutral in your setup there, which is great. As I said, your hands and your head bookend the golf ball, but only just. They're not kind of like over here and over there somewhere, so don't make it too extreme. Now, in terms of the movement, look at the red circle on the left-hand side, and as you go back, a little bit of movement on the way back, which is fine, but now is where the problem starts coming in. But even before that club starts coming down, you're moving your top half and your head, and then you come into impact. Now, your head pretty much beyond the ball. Yeah, you got your hands in a good position, but your head leaning forward means your shoulders are going to be working left, de-lofting it, smothering it very low. Whereas this one here now, again, a little bit of movement going back is fine, but from here now, this hip goes that way, and the head stays back behind. So you can see there now, better movement there with the head. Okay, it drops a little, which is fine, but again, there's just about impact of the ball. You can see blurring there. Okay, if we put some lines on there, I'll clear all them. Head behind, hands in front, and that's basically impact. Next when the ball now disappears, you can see down the range and releasing through it, and look how high those hands are. Up by the head, you see, yeah? Whereas when you swing through on this one here, now look at the hands are going down there. That looks like a low punch. But yeah, again, there'll be times in the future, Gavin, you want to play a low punch shot, don't get me wrong, but that's not really want to be your stock shot. We want a shot where you're coming in, utilising the loft of that golf club, and coming in from a little bit of a shallower angle of attack, rather than coming down it too steeply, okay? So that left hip is going to be the key thing. I practice that moving up against the wall there, so set up against the wall, you make some swings on the way back, obviously not a full backswing because you'll think the wall, as you can see. You come back into impact. If we look at this impact here now, there's space for that club to go over your shoulder, lift straight up, and then the twist comes through, so you stay away from that wall. If we put a wall in here now, okay, up against your left heel, left foot there, okay, make your backswing, now stay behind the wall before impact, not much space there, and when you come through, you move through the wall. So you'll just get a lot of this as you're at the golf course. It's that feeling of lead hip moving towards target, which means your trail shoulder, your right shoulder is going to stay down and under, give you more kind of that sort of pebble skimming position, okay? The second you try to twist your hips or transfer your weight, whichever you sort of look at it as, your lead hip comes back and around, kind of works too far. Let me get the other lines there. Kind of works too much around here, and the head's going that way. If this hip can go that way, the head can stay back behind the golf a lot more, and you can come into impact more that way, as opposed to that smothery, low pulley one. And then you're forced to try to sort of release the club more than you need to, because you're coming down so steep. It's going to be a big old slice to the right, yeah? Make sense, yeah?
Yeah.
Good. I think setup-wise was good. Just be careful that sequencing sort of situation where you got a little bit kind of here, then you did your feet, and then you stretched your right hand, and that stretching of your right hand just pushed your head further back. Getting yourself in a better position here now. We can come in more into this position where everything stays behind the ball, and we're looking for, we said, that kind of high, hooky type sensation, yeah, the ball starting up out to the right, high and right, and getting that release of the arm better, okay? So both hands on it. Swing thought now from the top. Once you get to the top of the backswing, is lead hip moving towards target, and the head staying behind the golf ball. Okay, mate?